Clocking center was offline triangle. The team will find out when you guys go to higher levels, you know exactly what's in the water through communication. It's all very staying line signal location centers. Now, if I put it in the track line interference, you can see its traverse and time. See, it's counter measuring, right? That's what life's all about, counter measure. See how it goes up and down? See, it's wobble, 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 wobble. So it's all about communication inside the structural location, the containment system to its high system, right? And then when you balance things out, see, that's what life is all about. Balancing your water, your intakes, all right? Your correlation panels, your activation core line center. It's amazing how we come into a high level position. So every time I turn it, what is it doing? It's changing its position. See? It's changing its position. So I can set up a portal inside the water. See? Travel my hand. See? See how I travel the hand in the high line center? See the portal? See that? See the angel? You see the angel? Right? Just with my finger pointing it on his glass system. Right? It's very powerful how we connect all position locations. That's what it's all about. It's getting into your imagination of a child. And I keep saying that over and over. But today, you really have to focus on your ground instead of clocking, because there's a lot of things that are happening right now. Surfing position locations, traps, teleportation, remembering your atmospheres of your perceptions of system, the operation system to its location connections. You really have to get into your formations. Okay, your programs are going to be reset in position line center if you don't understand your locations, right? When you go to higher level system, you understand what I mean. And that's to understand when you come into all levels of its team. Team is coming into all more computer rotation interference. So it's really understand how to put yourself in connections. Now we're going to go through planet interference. Planet interference is understanding what are planets. To understand planets is you. You're creating the space. So planets are inside you. So each cell is in position of you. Okay, those cells are planets. Now remember, you have to understand how to all the way into one signal to one location once in operation, which is heart. Center opposite position location. All right, comes into cyclone. Now cyclone to oscillation interference. I sent you guys a very powerful video how you come into oscillations of two atom lines, rotation interference, electrical light conditions, how it comes in together through its rotation. It's all done through galaxy. Okay. Now I was going through a dream center, right? But it was a vision. Everything I do through video is spiritual growth. Everything that you do is spiritual growth. It's very powerful when you go to those positions. Check out Airbender's YouTube channel. Opposition to his location conditions, right? It's all position of TikTok and all formation line centers, okay? In high positions, all allocate time system locations, all right? So when I say YouTube, I mean you. I don't mean it as in you too. So don't get confused to that signals, because we created a high level rotation of platforms. So it's you too. Okay, so it's you going through a two position location of TikTok, travel direction of time center locations, so all levels of activation core connection. It's amazing how you come in position locations. It's not YouTube per se. I do have a YouTube channel, right? It's in an IPA address. And that's exactly what it is, the position locations. I've been holding it for 3 years and sequencing to its code system. But when I'm talking about other line centers, you have to understand what is going on through your position of time system, right? So when you watch Airbender on TikTok, you understand what I'm saying. It's him going through the process of you in position. I am. Okay, we are unity. So it's all positioned to that track system locations. All right. I also send very powerful TikToks how you guys come to me and you set up structures and I put it on my TikTok. It's very powerful how we understand what's going on, right? I really want you guys to focus on what you're doing. Really understand your structures. Janet came to me and tried to figure out what's going on. There's an orange blinking light, a beacon line interference that positions to my TV. What does that mean? Coming in shape positions. She's understanding her track center. She's understanding illumination. She's understanding all positions of iridescent communication coloration line channels, all positioned to its locations. Now, understand you through planets is truly understand you inside through space. You're creating everything through its anomaly. Now, I can do anything through coloration pattern and activate the core system to its location system, right? So this is all about reversing cycles. So when I say YouTube, you actually thought it was the YouTube channel, right? It's the U of you through tubing. That's a communication line centers when you go through portal, anything through realms or anything in position locations. So we're going to go through coloration of pink. You have to learn how to set up your planet line interference and position locations, how it all calculates all levels of this point system. Okay, these are planets and position locations. Now, coming into the galaxy shift positions is all about understanding fluctuation line center location to its conditions, at high positions to its location to all levels of its activation system. See how it coordinates in all levels of rotation? So we're going to set up another hologram structure. It's already in code signal. You guys have your graph line centers all in position locations to 24, 48, or 72. Second command usually gets in 24, 48, or 72. You have to understand your 24s, your 12s, and everything calculation times pi times square. Side graph line center information to its connections. You come into the grounds, you come into all levels of all position location to its high condition. All right. Now, you have to understand what archetypes do. They keep the gravity system locations of its planet. They open up all circle locations of its center position, right? It's the top circle line conditions to its north wind system. All right. Now, understand position location is you have an 8-channel line center. It's infinity cycle, right? In rotation, we're going to set that up to its core system locations, right? So understand planets is really understanding you through communication. You have your telephone. This is a telephone. This is a computer you communicate with. Hey, how's it going? See, you're connecting, right? This is connection. So to understand how to connect with it is very important through all levels, right? Through all connections, all right? Once you come into that positions, you go into higher levels, right? So we set up the 8 circle locations. Remember, your creation is everything through imagination. Coloration patterns, planet interference, planet division, planet locations, planet through galaxy connection. You really, really have to understand planets. All right. So today you guys are going to create your planets. I'm going to give you your geometry line center. You got your structure locations. You got hologram line interference position locations. Tomorrow we will go through all positions of infiltration. You guys have to set up your planets and you have to protect your planets. We'll do that tomorrow. Today is position of creating a planet. So it has its 8 position locations. All right. 8 central lines, 1, 2, and 3 location. All right. Now we're going to go through 3, 6, 9 platforms, a communication cycle. Allocate time, rotation, interference to position locations. Set up all graph line centers. Illuminate graph line rotation interference of planet creation. Set up geometry line centers of the galactic force, everything to the GFLs and everything the rebellion. Set them on wave system locations. 1, 2, 3. All right. 40 minutes. Have fun. Creation is in division line center. It's set up through all sequence locations. Have fun. 40 minutes. So it's understanding your data process line centers, how to travel the direction of time center. Very important to understand all levels. Bubbles, plasma, high position locations, how to create planets information. So you're going to have all the tools and set sequence. You're in a hologram structure. You got geometry line center rotations. So let's say you have a clock. You take away the clock. You take away the watch. And it's all about putting the pieces back together. How to set this up, how to set that, take that out, put that in. Nope, that doesn't look good. It's too small. Go over here, understand this. What's going on here? What's happening here? So it's repositioning everything and turning it into a planet location, right? So once you get that in, gravity system line center, 5 sector line interference position locations, 5 minutes in channel line interference line conditions, 5 minutes left in rotation to galaxy line conditions. In operation line position, I will check your planets and see where you are through calculation. All right. But it's amazing how you go through our levels of 3, 6, and 9 to set up your own planet locations. 40 minutes. Have fun. Okay, let's see here. All right, I get this going. How's everybody doing so far? Private sector after class. Remember that? Okay, Tina. General Lotus. Oh, he's already up and running. I know where he is. He's rebooting his system where he is. The calculation. It feels to me you are doing travels in the Northwest. Okay, you guys are communicating. It's great to see you guys traveling and communicate through intelligence. It's amazing. All right, a lot of communications with General and Ellen. Okay, there's Belle. How's it going? Banshee. Anna Jill. How's it going? Ellen. Janet. Ellen. General, second command. I was hearing the golden trumpets last night. Getting information signals to truly understand all the locations to planet interference. So, chills of hallway and doors and white building. Okay. You have everything you need. It's like basically getting a bunch of Lego and just putting it all together. All right. Created a spaceship, created a UFO, created a platform, created a base. You really have to get into position how to travel all those locations and create your own planet in its rotation system. Okay. 5 minutes on the dock in position. I will get confirmation signals, see where your planets are, or what you created in your hologram structure. So we create everything through digital line center, and it's a frame position location. Now, it kind of looks like space, but it's not actual space until you're ready, right? So you have to learn how to create planets. You have to learn how to infiltrate planets. You have to learn how to protect your planets. And that's true understanding when you come to all levels of you through inside system, through space and only. All right. All right. Johnny, how's it going? All right. Taryn. Okay, let's see. Heather. Okay. Okay. Ariana. Well, whoever's not here can watch back, but it's not the same. It's better to go live, right, with your general because you go through my space time. I'm just showing you what I've already created, which is amazing. So it's understanding each cell in your body is operated and it's constantly moving. Okay, it's constantly moving. It has to, because the thing is, every time you communicate, what's happening to your body, right? Every time you communicate, what's happening with your body. Every time you communicate, what's happening with your body, right? Every second. So imagine how fast your particles and cells are going. It's all protecting your immune system, your dietary system, your autoimmune system line conditions. It's all position of you, right? So it's understanding more of your particle system. You get particle system. It's very complicated if you don't understand all activation system to your planet line conditions. All right, let's start off in that position. All right. Now, to understand point system. Remember, you're creating space. It's already created, and then you're traveling through your lights through upgraded line conditions. All right. So it's really interesting what it is. 12 position location. All right. So it's all about extending activation to your compilation of your box system locations. That's all it is. So you have to understand each cell is a planet system. Let's go through different colors and shade. All right. So here's a planet. Here's a planet. Here's a planet. They're all connected in one. Right. So your cells are constantly moving through its clocking. You know how you have your fingers, 5-point line centers, different clocking locations. Now I got all the same color of position locations. This is understanding where the sun can be in all direction, right? So when you're traveling through one sun line center, northwest, south, and east, you can go from here to 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 here, all in one sequence, right? And then you're drawing a graph, right? And if you want to travel faster, you have to create a shape anomaly. So you come in position, you're creating all levels of dimensional time center. Very powerful when you travel through security defense, spot line position location, 12 line position locations. It's all in direction to its conditions, right? Illuminates its graph line center, 369 platforms, all position location of fluctuation line center. All right. You come into levels of your diamond core conditions, right? So it's really understanding how to travel through these things, guys. Right? See? And it's amazing what space is because it's nothing but a hologram. So think of your whole body as a hologram of the structure of a map. Its size, graph, locations, all position locations from this way and that way to its position. All right. So we really have to understand how to synchronize all levels of connections of planets. Each planet has to be connected to you, right? Which goes back to the heart's central system location. And there's a lot of people that are having problems with grounds. They don't understand the grounds, how powerful it is, because if you don't have your grounds of clocking, you're going to have a hard time communicating to your avatar. You're going to have a hard time astral traveling. You're going to have a hard time astral projecting. You're going to have a hard time illuminating. You're going to have a hard time connected to nature. You're going to have a hard time communicating with humanity because you don't understand the grounds of space. Okay? Not the grounds of this. The grounds of space up here. Not here. Here. Not here. Here. Ground perception. Humanity has never been in that position. Okay? So now's the time to really get into that formation line center and how to synchronize all planet locations into one division line rotation to this clocking system. All right? So you really have to understand all iridescence, communication, coloration patterns, all position of the sun or anything through coloration position line connections of the moon. Bring your notes, drink your water. Okay, that's where we are here through planets, how you guys are putting it all together. Galaxies, a rainbow, or translucent, yeah. Well, we're getting more into the galaxies now. Water's talking, the surface is like a mouth. Yep. So you have to truly understand that you guys have to want to get in your weather patterns. You want to make it rain. You want to stop the rain. You want to bring out the clouds. You're going to bring out the sun. These are the things you have to understand. It's all through galaxies. So you have to understand the galaxy is not outside. It's inside you. The universe line system is not outside. It's inside you. Planets, cells, and particles, you already know that it's inside you. Everything is inside. So what are you doing with your body? You're transmitting. You're infusing. You're calculating, modifying, right? So, and you're mapping. You're mapping your body of travel, direction of time. Okay. So, all right. Tracy, how's it going? New calibration of heart wings, the team's body mapping. Okay, now wonder why I just saw the eye and raw meditation a few minutes ago. Broadcasting, rainbow glitch from today, flashing in and out. Mike, how's it going? Standing by on station. Translucent, sparking particles, wings formation for team. You guys are in a high position, so you should know how to understand galaxies and wind direction. All right, airbender, yeah. Okay, let's see. I know you guys will do fantastic. Yeah, Banshee, how's it going? Initiating my grounding locations now. Roots grounding me into Mother Earth, Heartline center. As I feel heart palpitations, my fingertips adjusting chakra alignments from root chakra to crown. Okay, morning dawn activated. All right, starting to understand a little bit more. Great, excellent. All right. So you have planetary line interference in position locations, all right? Planetarians, solar generators relate spectral line interference. Okay, planetarians, their intelligence. They're going to help you understand how to set up your geometry settings, your communications, your operation to your directions, how to create the planet to its system. All right. Once you know how to create a planet, then you understand to its condition how to travel through it, through its pyramid system. All through its figure eight. Now, the figure eight rotation line center, once you understand position locations, it comes into this. It's incredible what an 8 rotation center can do through calculation. See that? And then when you get more advanced, you come into higher level channel. See? And you go more advanced, and you come into this. So it comes into what? A flower. Okay? Try to understand what's in a light bulb, how the circuitries are all set up. It's all has a Y factor. Oh, it has a flux capacitor, right? So it has positive and negative wires. So you get a light bulb like this. You understand what it is, right? It's all in connections, right? So here's a light bulb, right? There's a light bulb. Now, you understand what's in it, right? You can see that it has a flux capacitor. See? But it's got loops. It's got loops. You understand what those are? Those are conductors, right? Everything has to have a positive and a negative charge. So when you switch it on, what does it do? It opens up its lights and its communication signals, all positioned to its locations. So it gets its grounds to its connection, right? Highlights its position, illuminates the core system to its activation to its line connections, right to the center of its light bulb. Center operation, center line position, straight up to its position, right? So you need a positive and a negative wire to charge a light bulb. You know that. So what do you have to do when you go in positions to creating a planet? You need the positive and you need the negative charge, right, to activate the planet system. It's complicated. But planets are all different color. Even though you see it in one color, it's never one color. It's all colors of what you want to see through your perception. So you can create it through flowers, shapes, whatever you want. You can create it through marble. I mean, it's all positioned. Yeah, you can create it through crystal. You can create it through, anything, through emerald, ruby, diamond. It's just truly understanding how to create the planet system inside you, all through the figure eight. The figure eight is its rotation cycle. It's the infinity line center in position to its infinity system locations, right? So, okay, let's see where we all are here. How you guys are setting up your planets. Renee, how you doing? For all the new viewers that don't understand, I will be on TikTok live later. If you want to be upgraded, let me know. Any other questions, team can help you out. We're all here to help each other. I will have a class at 4 p.m. today. Okay, we'll go more into that. The reason why I have a second class, and that determines with me, and anything comes up, any significant, I'll let you know, right? But it's important that you understand what's going on with you every single day of your life. So it's all the creation of you inside, not the stuff you see outside. How is this connected? How is this all built? How's it built? Imagination. Where does it come from? Energy. How is it transferred? Travel, direction of time, vibration, frequencies, harmonic resistance, right? So you have to understand two levels here. See, you can't see outside, but you can see here. Why is that? Why is it you can't see anything in here, but you can see here? It's very hard to do this. Okay. So it's true you're standing two different planets, right? You can see it. You can't see outside, but you can see outside here. Right? Until you change your program setting to its mind, the mind of its ground system. Okay. I'm standing on the grounds. Okay. But you have to understand the clocking comes from the mind. Now, there is a clocking on the ground, but you have to understand the mind of perception of thought, of what you're doing with your travels every single time you get up in the morning. So it's like looking at your watch. Okay, it's 1:15. I got 15 minutes to get to work. All right, so what are you going to do within that 15 minutes before you go to work? That's times pi. Understand? So it's going from 1 to 15. What do you do from 1 to 15? How long does it take you to get ready to get into your car and go to work? 15, 20 minutes. And then you basically times square the square root, the location, E equals mc squared, the energy. Okay. So it's all position of view through what? Travel inside. And that's what planets are. Planet is a mapping sequence to get what you want through manifestations, right? And then you just create the anomaly. But you have to learn how to create the planet first because it's all imagination. You know how to do your drawings, but now you have to understand how to create a planet that can become yours of space. So with great power becomes great responsibility. And when you create it, it stays in space. And it's very important that you take care of your planet, right? Now, you probably think I'm crazy, but it's not because everything is in position. Once you go beyond the recognition of cells, cells becomes its planet because it's recognizing you through body frame. It's recognizing you through space. It's recognizing you through simulation. It's recognizing you through avatar. It's recognizing you through the spiritual system. It's recognizing you through UFO. So space is created inside in all of you. Once you remember these things, you start the creation. And once you start living these things, you're creating, which is the now, right? You can manifest anything through illustration, right? So flashing everywhere, I think my head just spun. Seeing a planet forming, very good. Airbender, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. You have the intelligence to help you out. Planetary line, center, location, and interference positions. Okay. They're energetic intelligence. Okay. So they're pretty similar to iridescent locations of rainbow children. But when you see them, they're often signals, like they're constantly like this in all different colors. The rainbow activation system is going to all level system. So it's got lacing lines of strips. Those are the intelligence that are helping you, right? It's also connected to the glass variants. The nautical, the particle, the light traction, the photons, protons, electrons, neutron is created to all position locations to the center operation of an atom. You have to center off the position of a planet created through its 8 signal line interference. That's the infinity circle in position to its locations, right? So it's important you understand what you're doing, right? Through all connection. So, but it's amazing how a light bulb turns on, right? So the thing is too, is that for you to turn on a light, you have to understand the grounds. Okay, it's not just what's up here; it's what's down here. It's what's at the side. It's a four-way surface like this, and you turn the light on, and it opens up all the room, right? And that's how it charges its position to all direction location, right? It opens up all levels of light in all direction, right? So it's important how light was created. Okay. So you turn on a light, you turn off a light, what happens? You have to understand accelerate, decelerate, accelerate, decelerate, accelerate, decelerate. That's eternity standing. Okay, so you accelerating, decelerate, accelerate, decelerate. All right. You really have to get into sound barriers because the galaxy has to understand you position locations to its planetary system. So let's see where you guys are through your mechanism of travel. Pink bubble wings are now placed in translucent webbing mapping systems of all understanding of angelic mapping sequence. We'll get into formations, how you set up your E-fields, force direction of time. You got your rings, calculations, your plasma lines, plasma walls, energetic patterns, synchronicity information, planet channeling, planet rotation, TV reception, channel locations. I mean, there's so many levels of your TV reception, guys. Okay, let's see. Creating recipe of planet with air, fire, water, grounds. Very good, Commander Jill. Crystal grid made of sand. Mm-hmm. Creating underground networks and grounds, line centers, initiating shapes, energy, vortex, and atmospheres. Very good, Marianne. Father is placed into belly with mother to make new atom. Very good, second command. She's very informative. She understands what's going on before it's Friday. Okay. And that's probably the thing is too, is that you probably see things ahead when it's happening with mother and father, or it is in the belly sac where mother and father integrate into one. And that comes into a new birthing system of yin and yang. The male and the female aspects of humanity tracks the system and opens up all division locations into your vessels of its pyramid system, of its chakra system location. So that's something to look forward to on Friday. Let's see. Zelda hopped into my X2000. She wants to see my planet house suite. Okay, so let's see. Let's get confirmation signals. Okay, embender. Oh, great. He's got his plasma lines. Good, excellent. He's got his wall interference. He's got his tripping wire line center. That's excellent. Good. Colorations are a bit off shape. Let's put that back line center. Let's use a block decay. Let's see him in location interference. See, sometimes when you're trying to put shapes together, it's like pieces of a puzzle and it just doesn't fit. Sometimes the corners don't fit. And then you have to look at the coloration. It's like a puzzle. You work from you in, you work your way out, or you can work from you out and work your way in. Some people like to do puzzles on a 4-way system and bring it in, or you can go from in to out. Whatever you want to do with the puzzle, it doesn't matter as long as you understand the creation and then you see the picture of its revelation and what you just created through the planet system, which is amazing. It's putting the pieces and puzzles together, understand how to synchronize a planet, right? So it's going way, way beyond the phenomenon of itself. It makes sense, right? So think about it. If there's trillions and trillions of planets, what is that? It's in your body. There's more cells in the heart than there is the body. Okay, we'll get into that later. But you truly understand the position of the sun, the fluctuation line, position locations of the moon, and its immune system. Okay? Every planet has immune system, has to. It's a feeding source. Every planet moves. Every planet teleports. Every planet has a coloration. Everything has a magnetic force. If you don't identify your system, here comes a planet, and you're going across the system, and it detects you. It's going to bring you in because you think you can go past without identifying you, right? Identify yourself, please. You don't identify yourself and you keep going, it's going to pull you in. So, plain and simple, guys. Every planet has that. But you have to learn how to create these things. It's like going way beyond imagination, how everything's created, right? Just imagine that you can come on so many levels of your body system to electronics, understand position of the magnetics, right? The magnetic fields, the torical fields, the neurological system, okay? Neurological line center channels, communication and interference position, coloration, galaxy connections. It's all in you to understand weather patterns, heat signature locations, heat signature pattern interference, iridescent communications, sun line channels, rotation sun position locations, off channel line position locations, triangle line interference, triangulation two-shape position line condition, coloration patterns. There's so many levels of change, right? And you can create it on any level at your vibration, right? So once that in sequence, in calculations, okay, Airbender has finished his planet. It's in confirmation. In the last 5 minutes, I'll check everybody else. And the last thing to do is set up the gravity. Okay, you have to set up the gravity positions to your perception of where you are through the ground system on your Earth. Okay, so you have to learn how to use archetypes. There's archetypes that's flying around you. That's keeping you above the circle to its ground system, right? If you didn't have archetypes, you'd be, right? So it's important how you keep things rotating. So, all right, this is fun. Vitality, life, breath, new strength, new magnitude and depth of heart, so profound, more heart. That's why I want you guys in your calculations, your brackets, your mainframes, your communication cycles, your telepathy wires, your tripping wires, your calculations, your modification circles, your planet interference, magnetic charges, all that stuff. Compass, flower, new clocking colors, orange and white setup, setting codes through geodes. Very good. Memory crystals in its heartline center for healing. Good. Crop cells activation, planet, plasma, web containment, holding shape, creating pink oceans, mountains, and forests. So basically, Getting into creation of your planets, then you can understand how you have to go from inside out, not outside in. You can't create a planet from outside. It's got to be inside out, guys. All right. So it's got to be connection to where? The heart central. And then you start. Now you got the base set up, right? Now you got to set up the gravitational pull. So you got that set up, and then you get the archetypes come in. So it keeps it spinning, keeps it levitating. So your planet's right. You got your plasma web, and you got your circle rings. Right? United. Planet's made, right? But it's got to be from inside out, not outside in. All right. So whatever you create inside is your imagination to its creation. You can create anything you want. But it's important that with great power, it becomes great responsibility. And you can't leave things offhand. You got to make sure that you go back and see how your planet's doing. And when you get in positions, you can get stability. You can get people on your planet, and they can start controlling your planet. You know, it's like you get employees, you get staff, you know, and that's what it's all about. You get the creation, you know, putting people on planets, and they start living it. You know, it's pretty wild. All right. Confirm. You have a general case. Second command. Confirmation of father, mother. Year and calculation modifications. Let's see. Birthing, communication, line condition. Let's see where you are through your planet system. Plasma line center, energy, light conditions. Heart generator. I like what you did there. Second command. Very good. Okay. In safe location. Just bring up the archetype interference. Northwest, south, and east. In position, and your planet's finished. Planets appear to breathing heartline center. Plasma. It's a feeding source, and it's a teleportation unit, right? So, and the thing is too, you have to be cautious of these things because your planet doesn't stay in one position because space and time is moving. So space and time is moving, your planet is moving. So it's a magnetic field that's positions of you. When I activate your system, you're connected to the sun and the moon. So wherever you go, the sun and moon goes with you. When you're in the atmospheres at nighttime and you look at the star system lights, not stars. All right, so every star is a what? A base, a commanding center. All right, so this is a Trinity standing. Now, when you see something from afar, what happens? Let's say you get a ship. It's very interesting. Very important to understand all position, location of distance, right? Okay, so let's say you get water sequence like this. Okay, and here's the boat like this. Okay. All right, so you got something like that, right? Now, what happens, okay, when it disappears over the horizon? What happens, right? What happens? What happens when it disappears over the horizon? You can't see it anymore, right? So what happens is that the sun basically goes down in position like this, okay, and the moon comes up in position to its location, right? So what is it doing? This is all it's doing. This is all it's doing. This is all it's doing. That's all it's doing every single day. So you have to understand the infinity position location to its planet system, how it's set up, right? So if you keep looking at that boat, you know it's going to disappear. When it disappears, what happens? It opens up the earth. So you see it from here, and then basically comes up like this, comes like this, and then you see this come up, and then you see the other side, and all levels of north, west, south, and east, right? So everything has to change in position. This puts humanity into a whole new atom rotation because they've never been in an atom. Okay, once they come into the atom circle in position location, it sets up a new planet interference position to a new galaxy wind sector. It vector coordinates its center line position to its north, west, south, and east of its diamond core connections, right? New position locations of yin and yang, all right? So a lot of things are happening right now. Okay, let's see where we are. Banshee. Okay, Banshee's got to go. Take her out of track line center, a position location, a hologram structure. There you go, Banshee. You're out. This class is advanced for the new user. We are seeing you. Yeah. And I think it's too, guys. My team sees everything now more than ever because they're getting ready to go to 5,000 years in the future. So it's like 5,000 position locations of where you are in every division. All 3-point system. And that's what travel is. That's all it is. That's all it is. Constantly. The mind never sleeps. It's always awake. It never sleeps. Doesn't know how to sleep. It's constantly working. And the most time it works is when you're sleeping. Right? So what? You're not actually sleeping. You're recharging for the next day. You're not sleeping. Okay? So that's eternity standing where the mind is. Where's the conception of what's going on in space? What are you seeing when you close your eyes? What are you seeing when you close your eyes? That all depends on where your thoughts are in travel. Okay? So if you close your eyes and you start seeing color, okay, so I got one color here, I got another color here, I got one color here, and I got one color here. Let's bring it in together. But before I do that, I have to go from the inline position. So I have to set up the atom line rotation, so set up the circular line interference to the flux capacitor channel, get in position of positive negative line position, infinity 8 circle line conditions, high position to its connections to high line center to its galaxy line condition, bring it from in, out, and then bring in the shape locations of north, south, and east. Planet done. Then it's got to set up the plasma wall. And that's it. Plasma energetic. I mean, the magnetic fields. There's so many things that you can do. I just closed my eyes. I told you exactly what I can do, but I don't need to close my eyes. See, people close their eyes because they don't have balance. Balance comes from inner, not outer. Interconnection, intergalactic, interdimension, right? To that position, right? So that's eternity standing when you come into that. It's very powerful when you see these things, right? So try to get into all levels, into closing your eyes and open your eyes, closing your eyes and open your eyes. Go like this really quick, right? And you'll see lights come in and out, lights coming in and out, right? So you're setting beacon lights with your flapping motions, your eye receptors. It's going like this, right? So it's reading channels of information, right? And that's the connection what Janet was connecting with. She was connecting with what was going on with her T reception, line connections to a system. All right. All right. So let's say you got a TV reception line. All right. So here's a TV. All right. Here's a TV. All right. There's something on the TV. All right. This is the TV. All right. Now, everything is connected to light. This is the light right here. There's the light, right? Now you're looking at it. This is you sitting down. Okay, you're sitting down, right? So you're looking at it. Okay, it's looking at you, right? So what happens? It opens up all position of plasma line center. It's all connections to the planet, right? So it sets up electrical lights, grids, high position, low position to its connections, right? So you illuminate the graph line center, comes in position, and this is what you see through its hologram system of its new TV reception to its calculation. Hooah, right? So you're taking this out and you're communicating with it now. So it's incredible how it's all set up through beacon lights. And anything comes out, position locations, shapes, triangles, squares, circles. All right? That's what Janet was connecting with. And it's all through light. Light. Okay? So that's circuitry lights, panel lights, off-center lights. I mean, there's so many communication lights. The wall lights on a wall, very powerful. You got a wall. What's a wall light? Well, it's a graph line information system to illumination location. I channel on so many levels. Okay, it's complicated stuff, but complicated is good because you ask yourself, okay, now I'm opening the plasma wall. All right, so I'm standing here and I'm looking in dimension of time. I say, what's going on, right? So I'm seeing what's on the other side of the wall. So the particle lights. Okay, I got channels. I got X-ray line channel rotations. I got transformers, computer operation to its connection. Right, so it opens up the plasma wall, right, and then you calculate it to a higher level system location, right. So you have to understand your ground line center in position, right. So you got your grounds, you got your powers of U, and you got all position of the atmosphere location, right? This is all through position. And then you got electrical lights in position location in the center opposition to the center location of what you're directing with. High position to its ground system, okay? So all this is done through a hologram, a structure of a wall, okay? So you're just illuminating the graph of a wall and it becomes a map, right? And then you can basically travel through it. The particle system. Change your particle lights, right? Time zones, very important. Your particles are changing. You can't go in a full cycle human line center. It's all dimension to your position. So your particle lights change into the wall interference in its position, right? So, and then it just travels you through the wall system location. Ooh, there you go, inside the wall. So I'm just showing you how powerful it is where you can just use plain audio interference, try to understand, okay, what am I doing? Why do I have my hands on the side? Why am I doing this? What is going on with me? Am I traveling? What am I doing with the walls? So this is exactly what I'm doing through bounce location because I have the grounds in space. You have to have the grounds, fires, airs, and water of you in space first. Okay? So that's a true understanding that the operation system has to truly understand you through the chakra system, transmitting and receiving information system to Y vector line connections, vector line interference position, flux capacitor line channel in position to its locations. So you have to understand, what am I doing? This is me. Why am I putting my hands out? Okay. What's the whole point of that? Okay. Why am I putting my hands out? Right. Setting up energy. A wall interference line connection. That's what I'm doing, right? So understanding the grounds of U through location, the power line rotation interference, and its atmosphere locations. These are the things you deal with every single day. Grounds, powers, atmospheres, ground, powers, atmospheres, every single day. And then understand your charging line center in position location to the ground locations. This is all done through wall interference. That's what I just finished doing right now, right? So I put up a more of an energy bubble, right? It synchronizes its information system, communicates back with me to the mind line center, a three-wave in circle locations and center operation in calculation to its mind system, right? Look how powerful it is. Look how powerful that is, what I just did. So your reality becomes the creation of what you've already created. But when you start creating, this is what it is. This is what it is. So if I do this, what's going on? Right? Centered energy this way, right? So centered energy this way, what's happening here? Right? So it's going from where? Here and here and here and here. 4 different lines. It's going around, going around. So it's laser, right? You can send it out to opposition locations. Now use those planets to synchronize the wall interference line connection. So it's energy, right? So it's going out to the other wall, right? So it's electrical, right? It's a magnetic force. Once you understand the ground perceptions of the mind and your thought, you're good to go because you're already in your grounds of clock and already in balance of the heart. But as soon as you leave the heart central, doesn't understand you anymore. You lost the connection, right? So it's kind of like you put water on the magnet. So you got to recenter, resurface, rejoin opposition location, set up an energy wash, What happened? You know, it's like circuitry light. What happens when you break a wire? Snaps, right? So it's all about putting it all together. Imagination is everything, guys. I just showed you what I can do. This isn't already created. This is creating because I've already done the creation. So I'm living the now every single day when I apply it to all levels of structure and what I'm doing and how I set these things up through travel, right? Which is amazing. You guys are coming to your solar memories of what you need to do, understanding all track system, north, west, south, east. North, west, south, east. It doesn't matter where it is, as long as you understand that using north is a reference. And it's all about understanding force recognition of time. So you're always going forward. You're never going back. You're always going forward. Life is about going forward. Galaxies go forward and back because they have the clocking of balance. Humanity doesn't understand the clocking of balance of what's going on through the grounds, right? So if you're setting up your own galaxies, what do you have to understand? What's inside of you of balance? Because if you don't understand your balance, you're going to be, whoa, I can't have control here. What's going on, right? So it's reacting to you. So what's happening to your avatar? It's floating in space, but it doesn't understand what's going on. That's a true understanding, right? So if you see in a planet, what's happening? You know, you got to see these things in your reality, your perception. So if you're seeing something, you see the laser direction right away, right? So it's kind of like this. You go from here and you line up, and then you can see what's going on, right? From this point of view, not here. So it's like seeing the moon from here. But when you keep going, then you can actually see the actual moon on full circle rotation, north or south and east, seeing from all point center locations, right? So, okay, let's see. Calculation, weather patterns align with position, location, the center line position of the structure, pyramids, activation, laser systems are connecting all planetary systems. Yeah, same the complete plane with Zelda on the surface. She's proud. That's good. This wasn't as hard as I thought. No, especially when you understand your positions, because you guys are helping yourself more, right? How they're created, right? So you have to understand how to put shapes together. It's like a puzzle. You get a puzzle, you get pieces, and you put it all together. That's it, right? And then you see the picture, right? Activating clocking locations, aligning 7, 9, 11. Okay, so that's 9 positions, right? This is where it gets tricky. You don't start with the 7, you don't start with 11, you start with the 9, because the 9 is the location to new centerline positions. So you're going into fast track locations. So it gets confusing there, Ariana. All right, so you connected to the galaxies now, because galaxy doesn't stay in position. It winds surfaces back and forth. All right, so it changes digital code system through binary reset line center. It's really powerful when you do these things. All right. So when you come into that connections, it's incredible when you start creating these things because you've already created space inside you. Now you're just living the existence of its now, which is amazing. So you got the 7. Let's go in position here. All right, this is coming into prime numbers. All right, so you got the 7. Okay. You got the 9 and you got the 11. All right, so the 9 is what you work with. Right. So every number is in position location 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now you understand 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I start here, I also can start here. 8, 9. Right. So you have to find the center operation of you first. Now you have to truly understand the wind factors of galaxy because it can go this way, it goes that way, it goes this way, it goes this way. Galaxy goes all different ways. It doesn't stay in position. So you have to understand what you're calculating with, right? And make sure you understand your docket information system when it was coming to all connections of Terry with the 555. 555 is the bracket equals 3 weather patterns, slash times equals pi. Area code through weather patterns times equals pi, right? So what is that through position, line, center, and clocking location? True to stand the position to its calculation, right? So you got 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? You start with that, right? So in position, the little hand is 5, the big hand is 5, and you are 5. All in sequence. 5, 5, 5. Understand? 5, 5, 5. 5 of the sun, 5 of the moon, and 5 of you through travel. Woo! Cool, eh? So you got to catch that really quick because after that, you start traveling again, right? And it goes, okay? So once you get into 9, it changes the cycle and it goes into force guidance of communication of a swirl in position, right? So to understand what 555 is, 5 of the sun, 5 of the moon, and 5 of you. When you hit that location, you catch that sequence that puts you in position to its location of its balance. Okay? So now you know. All right. Inner core has new chemical working from your creation. Yep. All right. Great looking planet. Yep. Oh, very sparkly there. Still have energies to create another. Okay. You know, it takes time. I mean, it's just really practice, practice, practice. So life is a structure, and that's what it is. Life is a structure. I just showed you what I can do through walls. So this is where it comes in where I don't have to worry about balance. I'm balanced with everything in space-time. So it's understanding balance with the grounds, the power, and the atmospheres of you inside, not outside, inside you first. So once you create these things of space and then you travel through light, you're good to go, right? And then clocking gets a little bit more complicated because you're now connected to galaxies of planets, other planets, your planets, everybody else's other planet. So these things take time, you know. Setting a plasma web layer, protection around the ionosphere. Yeah, very good, Ariana. You're connecting to that system. Good, excellent. It's like we're all standing in a big circus tent showing off what we made. Yep, that's exactly what it is, Alan. Very good. Setting a plasma web. Let's see. It's like we are all standing. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. We'll go here. I may have a member already. Okay, for sure. Let's see. Okay, information. Growthians are beginning to set up structure surface. Yep. I can see that, Mike. So if you stand in the center, it's very powerful like this. All right, so you're in the center operation. This is you. Very simple to understand these things. This is you. You're all in the center. This is you. That's you in the center. Okay? That's you in the center. Now, understanding the grounds of clocking, understand the powers, understanding you through the atmosphere. All right? Now, to create anything is from inside out. So you can create anything through swirl, dimensional location. You can create anything through planet system. So it's all about what you're creating through division line connection, right? So once you get in that position, this comes into high center, okay? And this comes into all power works of time location, right? Look how amazing that is. So, and then it comes into a planet of its position, right? And then you center opposite line conditions into its figure 8. See the figure 8? And then you go into this position. See the figure 8? Looks like a fan, right? So once you get in that position, you can set up another, and you can set up another. Now it's an atom. There you go. There's your planet. So, and then you get in that position, then you can set up your E fields, right? There's your planet location. See? And then once you get into that, you set up your plasma wall around your planet. You're good to go. Planet done. That's how you create a planet, guys. So you find a way to create your own planet, all through position affinity 8 circle locations. All right. So, all right. Helping you all so bad. I'm here frustrated. Yeah, you're frustrated, okay, because you're trying to understand you. I'm not frustrated because I understand me. So if I understand me, I understand you. That's the balance. So for you to understand this, it's not the school you have to remember. It's you remembering you, who you are. So it gets complicated over time, but it's all about understanding how to structure things in space and how it becomes real in its position. Now, you guys are just understanding hologram structure. But Friday, you really have to understand all levels of planet sequence. It's all position to its calculations. You got to get father and position of mother in the center operation to its yin and yang. So, all right. I believe so. Yes, he did. Great. So, whatever you drew is in you. Okay. So, this is a true understanding. Is I'm not drawing anything. I'm not drawing anything. This is me. This is me. I'm not drawing anything. This is me. This is how I feel. This is all connection inside and how I feel through the heart. When you create these things, you become the planet. So, and the thing is, too, once you start traveling very, very fast, you become all position locations to all connections of your particle system to all planet locations. All right. So, it's a lot of fun. Okay, we are meeting today. Yep. Right after class. Yeah. But see, that's exactly what it is, Janet. So you get an understanding why you get beacon lights from your TV. You know, trying to understand why the lights are going on and off because they're sending codes of digital numbers. You guys are coming into that position right now. So you guys don't want to go crazy or loco and say, whoa, I'm getting all this light, but it's flashing now. I go outside. Every time I go outside, there's codes that go off. These lights out here go off and they send me codes every single night, right? So you have to understand all position locations to your particles and your planet system of cells. Because each cell in your body is a planet, and the planet has to understand the synchronicity location to everything through merge vibration. So all planets have to be connected to one thought, of one travel, of one space, of one time, location. Instantly. Because as soon as you change your thought, your planet sequences off. That means your particle shifts. That means your cells off signal. That means you come into a Trojan. That means you have to set up a new firewall position, right? All three of thoughts. Stay in the positive and you're fine. Stay and go to the negative, you're creating a planet, goes the opposite cycle. Now you're going to go into backtrack interference to a new clocking center, which is in position of dark matter. Now you're coming into cyclone. Very complicated stuff. Your clocking system is very important to you. So there's 3 clockings. 1, 2, 3. Truly understand from yesterday where we went into this position, right? Well, it's true to understand how it's all set up through its graph system, through its pyramid, through its, its activation system. Your whole body is nothing but a pyramid of time. Okay? It's pyramid. That's all it is. That's all it is. 3 can be here, 6 can be here, 9 can be here. It doesn't matter. So you understand the 3 of the positions, 6 of the position of the moon, and 9 position of you. So you're in the location. You can travel through it. Hooah. There you go. Done. Right? So you want to surface up. All you got to do is change the 9 shift into position over here, change the 6 back at here, and put the 3 back up here. And there you go. Travel some time. So what that does is it changes shapes anomalies. changes the dimensional and its portal, and it puts it into a higher level of rotation, right? Fastening more in position of travel location. Hoo-ah. So it's really incredible when you guys understand your travels of 3, 6, and 9. It's the basic understanding, okay? School is not about structure. School is about you remembering structure. What structure is you. So everything that I create through illustration. That's how you get things manifestations. That's why it's easier to draw these things out so you see it rather than going into the mind, because the mind is confused. Is this logistics or is this practical? Where's the anomaly switch? What's going on with space-time? What's going on with my thoughts? So as a true understanding, it's harder to imagine these things because you don't understand the mind of space. That's the problem. That's the problem. So everything that I do is already stored for you to understand. But everything that I've done is already created. Now I'm just creating every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every year is in the now. Not the past, not the present, not the future. The now. Okay? So when you come into now, you draw things like this. Right? It's incredible force. You draw things like this. It's amazing when you can draw things. So the reason why I say for you to draw things is so you can see the realism of what you're drawing is you through structure. You're not drawing anything. You're drawing you through structure, which is life, the past, present, and future. Soon as I put my finger on this pad, it's the past, present, and future of me, of what I draw. And when you finish it, it's already done. And then you just look at it, what you created. Woo, manifest. Right? Past, present, and future. Right there. Past, present, future. Right? So past, present, and future is not 3-line signal. Past, present, and future is 1-line condition of acceleration. Because if you don't understand that, you're decelerating. Right? Accelerating, decelerating. Right? Hey, there's a road. See the road? So, and then you got the car. Hey, I'm driving. It's a beautiful day. I'm creating, right? Look at that. It's creating. Now, I could put everybody in that car. And I can put it in a current location. I can travel to any country position. And you'll be driving in that car for what I just drew. That is its proactive system of the mind. So the imagination comes into what? It's grounding system to its clocking system, right? That's what the imagination is. It's everything through creation. But once you start creating, you start living again, which is very powerful, right? So once that car keeps going, it's great. Hey, I'm traveling. I got one straight line, right? So you come up to, I don't know, a bumpy road. Okay, there's a bump, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to go around? Which way are you going to go? You're going to go around? You have to go around, right? So you either go this way or that way, right? So, or you can make it disappear, right? Disappear in the mind system, right? Because that's what you're creating. Now, if you come into the physical line center, yes, you have to go around it. But if it's in your dimensional setting, it's already there. Oh, look at that. I traveled right through it. Look. Gone, right? It's all in your imagination. Your proactive system is everything through calculation. Using your thoughts is the most important through illustration diagram setting. So that's the most important thing you have to reach. You want to go forward in life and you want to keep your car rolling. You know, what's that saying? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. That's what it is, right? So if the wheels don't go round and round, what happens? It stops. What happens with you if it stops? You stop. Space stops. Time stops. Everything stops, right? So everything in life has to move forward. That's why it keeps saying for you to draw your structures so you can actually see what you just created. And when you create these things, you become these things of travel. You become these things of travel. Okay? You become these things of travel. See? That's your chest plate. That's your chakra system. You see how powerful that is? That's very powerful, powerful energy, right? That's what you guys are created from. I created you and structured you through this, right? See the chest plate? See position of the chest line? You can screenshot that if you want. Comes into human, all positions in the meridian to its meditation locations. Look at the design, how that is set up. 4 waving system, 3 in the activation line center, 7 of the body track line connections, and 5 of the atmosphere locations of space of the mind system, guys, through operation of its computer system. It's amazing how you create things in your mind. So it's an incredible force, isn't it? It gets easier and easier. And that's why I say platitude divisions, draw things out. Draw things out as you see yourself through emotion. So if I'm connecting to emotion, I'm having a bad day, right? Line signal of lines, okay, is going to be like this. If I'm having a great day, line signals of line are going like this. If I'm confused, I'm like this. It's how you're connecting to your emotion through lines. And this is how I operate in all computers of space-time, understanding line sequence. These are 3 different motions, right? So if I want to connect through that, I go 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Now I'm fine again, right? Overlooking the sun. See the pyramid? There it is. See that right there? Oh, look at that. See? So it's all positioned at 3, 6, and 9. Get back in track system. Get back into your flux capacitor line connection. Travel the rest of the timeline center. Travel out. There you go. Back in a good mood, right? All through travel. So I'm just showing you all through lines, all through structure. You are structure. You're not drawing anything. You're drawing emotion. And that motion is balancing you out through your digital pads or anything through your phone. It's keeping you in balance of countermeasure, right? So if you're like this, what kind of motion do you get from this? Separation, 2 line signals. Separation of 2 line signals right there, right? Voltage communication off signal, right? Uh-oh. So what do I have to do? Fix it. There you go, right? So you want to add. There you go. There's a diamond. Whoa, look at that. Looking good so far. Hey, look at that. Whoa, look at this travel. Woo. All right. Security line defense, 12 line center rotations, travel extent time. There you go. Done, right? From separation of 2 lines to travel extent time position into all calculation into its division, right? Now, if I want to go higher to high visibility line center, this is what I do through track location. See? It's incredible, right? I'm just showing you that's what structure is. You become the structure of space-time of you. That's why it's important to draw things out, because it's too complicated what the mind is. The mind's jolted on so many levels of vibration every single day through emotion. So the motion, when you structure things on pads, puts you in position of balance. See? Mother Earth. All right? All position, location, obstacle course. Knowing everything of the past and the present and the future and how it's created, right? It's the past, but it's still in the current. Now, if I add something, it's in its position to its location because I'm adding now, which is no longer the past, right? So this is how you put things in position to its connections, all right? You have free will to do whatever you want, but I'm just showing you how powerful it is when you draw things, okay? You are drawing your life of emotion. Your emotion comes in all level positions. Same with coloration, different colors. There's a color right there. How do you feel, right? Look at those moon rings, right? It changes colors, heat signature patterns, how you feel through vibration. Vibration is everything. So this is you through one day, through emotional track, right? Okay. This is pretty good. This isn't bad. Just a little bit up there, right? Just a little bit, but it's equal here, right? So it's here, this is high, and this is balance. See the difference? That's your vibration. That's your human resonance, okay? You have to understand your sonars of that, right? So let's say you're having a really, really rough day, right? You get really, really sad. So you have to understand connected vibration. So this is really, really low, and then you come up, and then you go like this, and then you go really, really high, and then you come back down like that. Look at that. Look at the difference from that to this. See? Very high, very, very, very low, a little bit up here. So it's all about balance, 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 balance. That's what you got to do. Balance your system. Straight line, right? Get in a straight line, go above the line. Hey, having a great day. Look at that. Just advance my system, right? Whoa, I'm having a really powerful day. Hey, look at that, going higher, right? So, and then you can go back down, create another anomaly, switch the interference, set up a cyclone line center line channel, go through tube location to its connection. You can do anything through calculation. So it's all through your imagination and how you feel through emotion. That's why it's good to structure things out, because it's all psychological of interference. It programs your position locations and how you high rise your line connection, right? You got 3-point centers, okay? So you got 1, 2, 3, 3-point centers. That's how you feel. That's how you feel, right? Now, to understand how you're feeling is all positions of the sun, all positions of the moon, and all positions of you, right? Which is the center, right? So how do you feel with the sun today? How do you feel with the moon of its program? How do you feel with 9 of you in the center? If you don't understand your travel, right, you're going to surface down to its position, right? But that doesn't mean there's right or wrong. It's just the ground system is a way, way off clocking system location. See? Now, it's to understand if you want to go down in position locations and you're in your clocking center 3, 6, and 9, you understand your triangle line center position, you can travel to high position locations. You go into this position line connections or go into high line center to its connection. Right? And then you come into a clocking system of compilation of a square. So it's all about understanding how you feel every single day. And that's the whole important is that my school provides you structure of you. You become space, you become time of travel through your clocking system of grounds, powers, and the atmospheres. Okay? So, all right. Drawing always helps me out after. Well, see, that's the thing. It's easier because when you draw things on paper, it doesn't clutter the mind as much. So it's all about when I do these video every day, I have to change my voice box centers. I have to come out and communicate with you guys because if I don't, it overloads my circuitry and my program setting, right? So, and this is what General does every day. I draw structures because it releases the trauma and balances you out. You can't do it in the mind if you don't understand the construction of position to its system. It's too complicated. Okay? So it's trying to understand each thought you're creating, and you're going from 10, maybe 10,000 to 20,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of thoughts. Where are they going? Right? Draw it out. Log it, solar text, do whatever you have to do to get it out of your system. Out with the bad, in with the good. Out with the bad, in with the good. That's what life is all about, is getting into structure of you through manifestation. Okay? So, all right. So we learned a lot today, how to create planets. Any other questions, let me know. All right? I know you guys are chatting away and I'm chatting away. I got no filter. I don't even know what my filter is anymore. So it's all about just keep going constantly, all over again and again. So if you're stuck, change your position in time, change your position location. 2020, right? Now it was security because I was a security guard. So 2020. So what's your 2020 location, right? Everything's code. Your life is a code. Your structure of your life is a code. Your life system of calculations is a code. It's nothing but emotion track. Keep the emotional track in balance. Keep your clocking center in balance. Keep the mind perception, your thoughts in balance, and you will do fine. Right? Know exactly what you're doing. But if you're not calculating in the mind and you're very confused, draw it out on paper. Whatever you're feeling, draw it out. Do automatic writing. Get it out. Don't have it sit inside, because what it's doing is it's destroying your travels and mechanisms every single day. You have 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Now, what do you do within those days? How many thoughts are you creating on the positive and the negative side of you? Right? So it's justified when you understand these three calculations, guys. All right. All right. I'm meditating and using, okay, that's good. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you happy, right? So instead of seeing yourself as a line of communication, see yourself as a shape. You start off with this. That's you. Tomorrow, you come into this. The next day, you come into this. Whoa, look at that. From this to this to this. Now it's a shape. Whoa, look at that. Then you come into 3, 6, and 9, and then you travel. Woo, fun. See? This is all connected to you. How you feel. The space that you create through time is extremely important through acceleration through your lights. Okay? How do you feel? This, or this? Right? Ask yourself that. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Just going to backtrack, see what I missed. Hey, we got some new people. How's it going? Yeah, you don't want to miss out on anything that I do, right? It's important you understand. You stay with that connection. So, if you have an appointment, that's totally fine. You can watch back. If you have any other questions, let me know. All right. So great drawing your position to your planets. Tomorrow we synchronous interference position. We go into higher level connections. All right. So you have to learn how to use energetic bubbles, communication interference line positions, get into the galaxies of heat signature patterns, right? How to use your weathers of your communication of your grounds, your fires, your airs, and your waters. Adios.